Now I could have went into the police station and snitched umpteen times on the Kellys. You know, they were putting banners the size of your window on shopping parades calling me a f***, with me picture on it, full flag. This is what they were doing to me. Spray painting shit over the gaff and that. This is the Kellys. But for years, I've never let them push me too far where I'm going to commit offences. So where they've been targeting me for years and years and years, 2 years ago, I targeted them back. What I targeted them with was 100% truth. They didn't like it, so they went to the police. I can't really speak on it because they're probably going to try and get me charged for intimidating witnesses or something just speaking about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now, for 2 years, since the year 2022, you've had this family watching me, coming in me live, provoking me to speak about them, screen recording it, and then going to the police voluntarily with files and going, there's more evidence against Darren. This is what the Kellys have done. So when I was sat in an interview with the police 2 years later after they made the allegation, third time I've seen the police, when I'm sat in the interview with these police and they're putting this evidence towards me, I'm saying, so during your investigation, when you've got this evidence, what investigation? Well, obviously you must have done an investigation to come and have me and question me. No, we haven't. Well, where's your evidence from, the complainant? What do you mean? The Kellys come to the police station with files of evidence on you and give us what we're producing in these interviews now. We haven't collected this evidence. We haven't scrolled social media and come up with all this stuff. This is being compiled by the Kellys and they brought it to us and given us, and they've done that twice in 2 years. So when they first made the complaint, they give them a file of evidence. Off then to the law. And then a year later, where it's still being talking about it, they've been screen recording it. They've gone back into the plot shop and give them another profile of evidence on me. The police done no investigation, no groundwork. Everything that's coming at me was done by the Kellys. How mad's that? And the same family run round the country, run round the estate, run round the city like they own the fucking thing, mate. They've always been that way inclined, mate. Honest. The dad got chased from Ireland years and years and years and years ago. Why? Because he was involved in a murder on a vicar in Ireland years ago. A priest got killed in Ireland years ago. And that's why this Darren landed here. Anyway, that'll all come out. That'll all come out in the court. Because what they're expecting is for me to go to court and go guilty. Fucking mad, aren't you? The whole point of me saying to them police people, fuck this process, just charge me and get me a court date. Now the reason I've said that to the police is because I know how the court works. I've lived in them. I'm just like a barrister. I know exactly what the fuck it's all about. Do you understand what I mean? Now when I get into that dock to substantiate why I've said these things about them, I can now bring in all sorts of evidence to help me prove that there was no ill feelings when I've done this. It's not like I've just woke up and I'm going to target the Kellys. It's not like that. I could have been targeting them, but I just avoided them because they're a gang of shithouses. So instead of letting them fuck my process up, I just fucked them off. You know, I ignored them, laugh at them, and it does the fucking heads in. So now when I go into court and I say, hang on, I don't want a magistrate trial. Fuck your magistrate trial, fuck your kangaroo court. I want a Crown Court trial. And I want all these recordings of these victims who I still believe to be used as my defence. So now, the recordings that the Kellys are trying their hardest to keep quiet are now going to be put into the public domain of Liverpool. You will have the Liverpool Echo reporting on everything that gets said in this trial, including the video recordings where you've got this young girl, she's an old girl now, but she was a young girl, and she was in school uniform, and she was going to a sunbed place that was 2 minutes away from the school the girl attended, and the old man within that sunbed place was abusing these young girls from that school. Now, because that old man is connected to a serious organised crime family within the city of Liverpool, a lot of these young girls are shit scared to come forth and say anything. I believe one did, but then she was threatened and spun the whole thing back on me, and she's fucked up doing it. Do you understand what I mean? She's fucked up doing it. Why? Because like I said last night, these girls come into me hating on the Kellys. The Kellys are targeting me, so I'm open ears. Yeah, what have you got? Now I'm targeting certain situations in Liverpool, organised crime groups, unsolved murders, nonsense by gangsters. This is what I'm delving into on YouTube and everything, and I'm pushing that sort of, you know, targeting the organised crime groups, and the Kelly was one of them. So these two girls, apparently, one was his ex-wife and one was his current girlfriend, or just became his ex-girlfriend. So now I've got these two women who are Scousers coming in at me, telling me horrendous things about this family. And I'm convinced she's telling me the truth. But as always, safeguarding me, I'm recording everything, every single message, every single voice recording, every phone call, every video or picture, anything they sent me, I've kept. So now when they've gone to the police with the next file, when they first start one file and then the other month a second file. Now in this second file, where these girls have been messaging me and telling me mad stuff, and I've been replying and responding, what they've done is, you know, you know when you've got Instagram messages or WhatsApp messages, they're not WhatsApp, these are Instagram, but you know when you've got a conversation on Instagram, what you can do is you can read it and then you can put your finger on one of the messages and delete that, and it'll remove itself from the conversation, right? So I can go through that full conversation and remove 20, 30 words out of it and spin the conversation on its back and start off a new narrative from the conversation. So when these people have gone to the police with all these messages, and on their side they've deleted bam, 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 30 words in the conversation, they've deleted them. And now when you look at that conversation, it looks like I'm a nasty piece of shit targeting someone. It looks like I'm just being aggressive targeting someone out of ill feeling. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now they went to the police with that and give the police that evidence, and the police have used that evidence to charge me. But what they didn't know is on this side of the messages, I've got it all. None of it's deleted. So if I go to court and go, Your Honour, I can prove that these complainants doctored evidence on purpose to get me arrested and placed in prison. Now I've already made that allegation. So in 2021, when these girls have sent me the content, I've gone onto YouTube and done a live feed, and the girl said I could, and the girl said I could do it. She gave me authority to do it. So I've gone out and done a live feed on my YouTube, played the recordings, put the allegations out there against this family, and it's gone fucking viral. from that interview there, that's what I've been. So when I've gone on YouTube, that video that I put on YouTube with the allegations is what they're trying to charge me over, saying I've caused them anxiety and hurt. Right? It's not a bad one where they're in fear for their lives. It's just say, oh, you've said something on social media. I never even went to the police station to get charged. I've got no bail conditions. I've got nothing. I've just got a piece of paper through my door saying you've got a court date. Do you understand? That's how shit it is. But when I go into court, that video will be played. Them recordings will be played. The Liverpool Echo, like they do with Darren G all the time, will cover the full court case. And they will tell everyone outside the courtroom what is being said inside the courtroom. If I produce my evidence, which categorically, and there's no denying it, proves that these three defendants have deliberately doctored the evidence to get me put in custody. It's perjury. Perjury. And my mind is thinking, the way the charges come with no conditions, I haven't got to go to the police station, I haven't got to do all this shit. In 2021, when I've come off doing that live, for weeks these two girls are messaging me up my arse, bigging me up, respect, 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 bum, 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 bum. As soon as I've done the live in 2021, I come off the phone and these girls have switched. You've put me in danger. You shouldn't have spoke about this. Da, 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 da. You know, completely switched. So I realised there and then, set me up. So what I've done there and then, the minute I realised, I've rang 101 and sought advice about the situation I found myself in. So within 10 minutes of that live, I'm on the 101 telling them the full situation from the beginning to the end. And it's all recorded. And in that recording that they're going to get access to, I say in that recording, you know, if this isn't true about him, it needs to be taken down straight away. So in the conversation, you can hear me thinking about the impact upon him if this shit's not true. So when I go to court, I'm sailing it. I'm definitely walking out on it. But the point I'm making on it, it's as if I made my allegation. As soon as I've seen the evidence in the room, I've come out to that police station and then rang the police. And the conversation in 2021 that I had 2 years ago, I've said to them and they've said to me, do you want to make a statement? Do you want to make charges? Do you want to press charges on this? If you believe these people have deliberately come in, concocted evidence, got you charged, trying to get you placed in prison, it's a very serious offence. Do you want to make this statement? I've said no, but I might do in the future. So when I've seen that evidence that they're producing in the interview room that the Kellys have given the police, and they show me the messages that's doctored, the first thing I've done when I've come out is rang the police and said, look, I rang yous at this time and now I want to carry on with this thing. Why? Because I've received evidence which confirms evidence is being doctored. So I've lodged this charge 2 weeks before I've been charged on them. Alright? Now what will happen is the investigating officers from West Midlands will set the case up, confirm that there's a charge there, and then send the file to the CPS in Liverpool. Now in that file, what they've got all sorts of shit which completely contradicts their charges on me. Now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this is what I'm thinking. The feds know what they're up to. And the only way they can be successful in a conviction is if they go all the way with their intentions. Okay? So now I've been charged. They've went all the way with their intentions to incarcerate me on false evidence. They've gone all the way now. The offence is committed now. Do you understand? So me sitting here thinking, they've charged me this way, with no restrictions, not need to go to the police station. Normally, if they're charging me, they're coming through my door, they're taking me in, they're remanding me. No ifs or buts. This time they haven't for some mad reason. And that reason for me is they've built the case on them and they just needed to go through this process so they can secure the conviction on them. So, think about it, lad. And this is all happening this year. Do you understand what I mean? So there's a story to follow here. You know, I've got a battle on my hands. Who's going to win? The drug dealers or the one who's against the drug dealers? This is what you've got here. What I've said about all criminals in the city of Liverpool is true. Okay? True. Everything. Just because it's not known in the public domain doesn't mean it's not true. I know certain shit you will never find out. Why? Because I was living that life with that pile of shit. And I know what that pile of shit have done. And I know what that pile of shit behave like. So when I'm speaking on people, I'm not just coming out of the closet and targeting people for nothing. When I'm saying things about criminals in the city of Liverpool, I'm basing it on shit I know. Fuck them all. Why did you block Zoe's stream? I don't know, I think she was being horrible yesterday, wasn't she? Was that the girl that was being horrible yesterday? It's a Stan Walker supporter, isn't it? She came in yesterday and asked me the same thing. Why did you block this account? She said, you must have been nasty or something. I never blocked her. I think my moderator blocked her because she was mentioning the stalker. Anyone that mentions the stalker just gets dismissed. It's the way it's always been, not just now, for years. Anyone comes in and mentions that rat's name, they just get blocked. They might have just been coming in to inquire, they just get blocked. The harm he's done to me and my family, you don't come in here and try and fucking clickbait for him. Yes, Jenny, you need to understand the damage he's done to me and my kids, mate. So look, you know when he's issuing threats, you know when he's in TikTok, oh, you can't do this to Darren G, you need next level for Darren G. That's a threat to my life, okay? And what that threat to life does is activates a police investigation. And when that police investigation gets activated, because it's Darren G, guess what else gets activated? Social services. So now I've got a threat on my life. In Liverpool, I've got a threat to my life warning. And I can't have access to my kid in Liverpool. Doesn't mean I can't have access to my children. I just can't have access to my children in the city of Liverpool, because if I'm with my kids in the city of Liverpool and these little rats come round who don't know what they're doing, they'll probably end up killing someone stood next to me instead of me. So social services tell me you can't go to the kids' address in case gunmen come through the door. You can't have access to your kids in the city in case gunmen attack you. But if you go to St Helens, if you go to Sefton, if you go to Knowsley, you can have access to your kids. How fucked are they? Do you understand what I'm saying? But now that threat that he's issued 8 weeks ago, it was issued by Birmingham police. So now I'm going to have social services getting back on me, telling me I can't have access to my kid in Birmingham. All on the back of that fucking rat. And this isn't the first time he's hindered my family life. You know, he's done it multiple times over the last 8 years. Yes, Gypsy Queen. So he's damaging my family with everything he's doing. And he has been damaging my family with everything he said for 8 years. Think about what he said about me. Now think about my 8-year-old daughter. Okay? Think about what that is saying about me, which is completely untrue. What I say about him is completely fucking true. That's why he's not challenging it, alright? What he says about me is completely fucking false. That's why I've challenged it. Do you understand what I'm saying? But imagine my young girl growing up thinking, being told that I'm a wrong one towards young kids. It's not good, that. You know, when I get my hands on him, you're going to see how dangerous I am, and you're going to see how weak that is. You can't do that to my kids and think you're walking away with it, mate. You're fucking mad. Sitting there on your moral high ground, targeting all... I'm going to call them vulnerable fucking women. You're targeting pure, vulnerable fucking women round the clock. You're a fucking monster. You've done nothing all your life but target females. From the age of 15, you've been beating girls up. Don't get your shit in a twist. Nothing's changed. Scumbag. And when you've got that little helmet who runs round from fucking Tintin thinking he's something he's just fucking not, because he's got a celebrity status in the city of Liverpool. Tintin is more of a fucking helmet than that crack fiend bumming dough outside the shop. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Just a little Joey. Oh, I will. Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam. Getting flicked all over the gaff by a dickhead. That's Tintin. Imagine getting sent all over the place by a knobhead like the Stalker. Imagine that. That's what Tintin is. Get the shop, kid. Go and get us some biff, there's Tintin. He's not walking, he's sprinting. I'm bringing a lighter and a drink for him. Yeah, Sam, I got you a drink. Just a fucking little shit house rat, isn't he? So if you look at Tintin, right? Look at the family Tintin's got. Look at Tintin's family. Why is he being fucked off by his family? Why he's the kid that doesn't get looked after like the rest of the kids? You know, he's got brothers and sisters. There's 5 of them, 6 of them actually in total. Different mothers. But why do you think all these kids get looked after and Tintin doesn't? Yes, slide clips. You know, Tintin's in this country now. He was on me live last night gifting me Tintin Adventures. I thought it was a fake account. He was in me live last night gifting me. And you know what? I sit there and I don't know why it's dead vague, but I've just got this memory. And the memory's this. Tintin told me he's going to fuck the Stalker up. 15 months ago or something. But it might just be me head going. Might just be me fucking head going, but I'm convinced. When I remember shit like that, it's a case of I'm remembering something. You know what I mean? Anyway, Tintin, do you want to take the Stalker's hiding? Is that what you're after, lads? I know you're there, kid. Do you want to take the Stalker's hiding? Are you in the UK again? Are you back in the UK? Get yourself in the car, lad. Come and meet me. No weapons. No gangs waiting for you. Come and meet me. You're a big hard man. You've been threatening to kill me for the last couple of weeks, haven't you? You and Sam been threatening to kill me and harm my family. Why didn't you come and sort it out, lad? You got a nice fast car there. Take you an hour and 20 to get to Birmingham. You're not doing fuck all. It's not like you work. Yes, Gypsy Queen. Deborah. So if you want to take the Stalker's hiding, lad, message me and come and see me. It's easy. So I told you last night. Come to Wong's, shithouse. Shithouse, aren't you, lad? What, do you need a weapon? What, you need a weapon to challenge me, do you? Shithouse. Bring Tintin with you, lad, the real one. Bring your brother with you, lad. And that's what the stalker is. And you can see him slowly deteriorating. So what happens? Who's Tintin, if you don't mind me asking? Just some crack-smoking drug dealer that thinks he's a gangster because he's sitting around Sam Walker. A crack-smoking drug dealer that thinks he's a gangster. That's what he is. Yes, Sharon. Thinks because he's got a nice car and nice clothes on, it makes him a man. I'll break him down with my fingers. 6 stone mug, says Kaz. To be honest with you, you know, he's probably a decent kid. He's probably a decent kid, the fucking lad. But he's obviously gone off the rails, hasn't he? Do you understand what I mean? Like I was saying before, why have you got a kid who's from a decent, established family mixing with a shithouse rat? And what does that Tintin think is going to happen if he's sat next to this rat that's doing horrendous things to my family? What does Tintin expect to happen? Does Tintin expect me to see him and just laugh at him? Do you understand how deep this is, Tintin? This isn't just happened in 6 months, lad. You've tapped into something that's 8 years old, and it's deep, and there's a lot of mad shit happened within these 8 years, and you're carrying that shit on your shoulders now. This is what you've decided to do when you target me and threats and issue threats towards me with the stalker. You take all this on you. You get all this on you. All that 8 years of anger that I've built up on this prick is going to be released on you when I get my hands on you, Tintin. It's not a threat. I'm telling you what's going to happen. You can run for your fucking life, I'll catch you. And when these hands grip you, it's over for you. Trust me on it. What happened 8 years ago? I got out of jail. Started smashing social media by accident. Didn't know I had this fucking attraction to me. All of a sudden, thousands and thousands and thousands of people are following me. Thousands of people are watching me on me live. Without me understanding it, all them thousands of people that are watching me on my lives and following me now used to watch someone else and used to follow someone else who I didn't know. His name was the stalker. Because he'd been trying to be a celebrity whilst I'd been in jail for 12 years. For 12 years, he's trying to be a celebrity off social media. Trying his hardest to become a celebrity. I've got out of jail and my numbers have just bypassed him in a month. Now I'm the conversation of the city of Liverpool. He's been pushed aside and he hasn't liked it. So he's contacted me. What's happening, Darren? You don't know me. Do you want to collaborate? What's a collaboration? Didn't even know what the fuck a collaboration was. Brand new to the game, do you understand? He's messaging me and I'm jogging him on and he's not taking the jog on as a polite fuck off lad. So now he's getting a bit aggressive in his messages. So I'm thinking, who the fuck is this? So I go and research him, do a background check on him as you do, and lo and behold, he's the bloodline of the Fitzgibbon family. And the Fitzgibbon family chased us when we were 15. These big hard men chased us when we were 15, grabbed our Danny, kidnapped him, took him to a flat, strapped him to a chair and cut him to fuck and left him with scars like this on his fucking back. So as soon as I've realised who this little stalking cuz, he's being told straight, fuck off you piece of shit, don't message me again. He didn't take it well. He's gone onto a live feed the next night with a couple of thousand people watching him. And he stated clearly that I've just been charged up with a mad offence on a 13-year-old girl and a 14-year-old girl. You see, overnight, bam, choose a life, not a knife. The message, which was going into schools, all of a sudden being distanced from the schools. Most of these people that were supporting me since I've been out of custody are now calling me a nonce. And this is what he done. Because he's a jealous, envious piece of shit. He went out and tried his hardest to destroy me and my message. And he's done nothing in 8 years but that. Target me, troll me, provoke me into reacting in mad ways, setting multiple profiles up, coming into my lives, having his TPR team target my platforms and shut my platforms down over the last 2 years multiple times. This is where he is. That's what happened 8 years ago. That's why he came into my life. And that's why I hate that piece of shit for what he is. I know exactly what that is. Because when he's starting to spread these rumours about me, I'm banging birds that know him. I'm banging lap dancers that know him. I've got these fit little birds getting into my gaff and I'm fucking them all over the gaff. But they know him and his mates. And they know about these parties. Why? Because these are lap dancing girls. And in them parties, loads of lap dancing girls get paid to attend these parties. And these girls that surround me are them girls that attend them parties. And pillow talk is massive. You know how it is. When you go to bed with the bird, you just talk and you pillow talk. You have a little bit of love making. Pillow talk. And she shares fucking everything. It's like a recording device. So now I've got all this information about these Diddy parties. And who goes, and who attends, and what it's like in there, and the tactics they use to do shit to young boys and girls in there. I know all this, and I believe it 100%. So when he's running around the city saying I'm a madman doing mad shit to young kids, and I've got this abundance of fucking information on him and the people that pay him, I come out and scream about it. These parties where the stalker in the city of Liverpool, say about 2009 till I get out of custody. 2009 till I get out of custody. He is enabling young boys to go to parties, get drugged up and get fucking steam trained by drug dealers, solicitors and police officers, all in the same fucking party. And I'm not lying, okay? I'm not lying. Now the only reason he's still not in that game is because I exposed it. The minute I exposed it, the bosses of these things give him a hiding. Because if he wouldn't have opened his fucking mouth and told lies about me, I would not be speaking on their enterprises right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we got battered in the Shankly Hotel by his boss. And it was splattered over the newspaper in Liverpool. Because he loves the paper. From that moment on, he has not been allowed safely in the city of Liverpool. Since 2019, to be precise. He has not been allowed to step foot in the city of Liverpool safely. And he's still not allowed to step foot in the city of Liverpool safely. Because it's not just that firm that he's unravelled on him. He's got loads of young gangbangers around the city of Liverpool that are looking and putting him in hospital the minute they get the opportunity. And he knows that. That's why he's got no friends. That's why he latches onto social media friends. That's why all of a sudden he's got a best mate called Dave Darren. He hasn't got a best mate in Liverpool. Oh, he's got Tintin. But Tintin's just a little fanny. He's just a little Joey. Get here, get there, do this, do that, shut up, I'm telling you what to do, you do as you're told. That's Tintin. And that's Tintin's angle with him. He's just a fucking Joey. So you look at this big hard knock who proclaims he's a hard knock, who proclaims he can fight but you've never seen him fight, who proclaims he doesn't use weapons but every time he's gone into conflict he's pulled out a weapon. Doesn't matter if it's man or woman. Even if it's a woman, he's using things to attack the women with. Do you get what I'm saying? So you've got this man that's proclaiming to be this big, notorious, violent gangster from the city of Liverpool that can get you killed. Let me tell you fucking now, he can't. He's a fucking fraud. The biggest fraud you're ever going to fucking come across from the city of Liverpool. That's what he is, Dave. He's like a little kangaroo, isn't he? A little Joey. Okay, Sam. Okay, Sam. Do you want a drink, Sam? Okay. Where do you want me to go next, Sam? Alright, Sam. Do you want me to do your cup of tea, Sam? Do you want me to get Holly on the phone for you, Sam? That's what he's like, a little fucking Joey. Aren't you, Tintin, lad? You're a gopher. You know, years ago when we're on our estates and we've got us and then we've got yous. What are you doing, lad? Shoot down there, get me some skins, I'll give you a fiver. It's what you're like now. Nothing's ever going to change for you. You've always been that character. You're never going to be a leader. You're never going to run a firm. You're never going to do that shit. You're always going to be the follower, the Joey, the thing that gets shit done. Go and get that done, Tintin. Regardless of the risk, get it done. Okay. He's from Garston, different breed, them speak different, says JLF. There's some boss kids in Garston, lad. I've met some decent fucking men from Garston, mate, over my lifespan. Loads of them, actually. I've done pure jail with pure kids from Speaking Garston. And I've never met him. I've never met him. And the people who I've met from there would never, ever, ever associate with that. Ever. Obviously, I don't know them now. Because 10 years later, 20 years later. But the men I met, let's see the people who I respected from them areas. You had Sean Battle. Skinny. Boss kid. You had Little John. What was John's name? I think he passed away on a motorbike. Boss kid, Little John. What was John's name? Little Johnny, lad. He was from Garston or Speak. Little Johnny, little black hair kid, boss kid. I think he died on a bike. And then you had Ronnie Scott. He was a decent man when I was speaking to him. You also had John Smith. He's a decent man. When I was speaking to him, he's a decent guy. Who else is there? Darren Nethercott. Just another kid who lives in Speak from years ago. There's loads of people in Speaking Garston who've been round, spent time with, done prison with. Loads of them. And they'll tell you exactly what I'm about. This doesn't know me. You've got this stalker calling me a snitch all over the gaff. What's he got to substantiate that, other than what I've done now? He's gone to the police against me, and then I've used the police against him. So he's got a valid angle now, hasn't he? I've given him a valid angle to call me a fucking snitch. But you've got to understand the dynamics of it. When you've got someone deliberately trying to fuck your process up for 8 years, starting horrendous allegations like 8 weeks ago. What did he do 12 weeks ago? Where did that come from? Let me tell you where it come from. I'm on social media doing my thing, and he's targeting me behind the scenes. But I'm still doing my thing. I'm losing my platforms all the time, but I'm setting up again and doing my thing. I know who it is. It's always him. So I'm just cracking on with my thing. You get him, and what he does is, it's hard to explain how he fucking moves without sounding like I'm just hating on him. Because I'm not hating on him. It might seem like I'm full of hatred towards him. I'm not. It's not that angle with me. I don't wake up in the morning thinking of him the way he wakes up in the morning and thinks of me and watches me. I don't go into his lives but he comes into my lives every single day. So I'm not the one who's full of hate here. I've never gone out and targeted him off the cuff of things. I've always responded. So 12 weeks ago, while he's on social media, on TikTok, bullying Tom, Dick and fucking Harry, it's what he's doing. I'm watching it. You can't miss it. It's FYP. Everyone's sending them all over the gaff, aren't they? And all you're seeing of him is him being what he is, a bully. You see him talking to legitimate members of the public like the gangsters. He's treating legitimate members of the public like organised crime groups. This is what he's doing. He's bullying innocent members of the public. He's a criminal. He's not an innocent member of the public. He is a part of an organised crime group that still create violence on the streets of Liverpool, that still supply firearms to gangs in Liverpool, that still supply drugs to gangs in Liverpool. He is a part of that setup, and I'm dead against them people. So I'm just doing my thing, promote my message, choose a life not a knife. That's my purpose. It's what I've been doing on social media. I'm not on here to make money. I'm not on here to get famous. I'm not on here to do anything other than direct your kids away from shit like that. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get in your kids' brains to not think like that's soft. So I'm just doing my thing, and all of a sudden now I'm seeing Corey get bullied. I'm seeing him go at DG a little bit. I'm seeing him go at DHB a little bit. I'm seeing him go at him, him. The full corner of TikTok that has been established for 3 or 4 years, I'm now watching him jump in the middle of that group and bully every one of them. Still keeping my mouth shut, letting it be, not getting involved, because I'll fucking ruin him. So I do a live one night. Now everyone that's questioned his integrity, everyone that's questioned his untruthfulness, everyone that's questioned his behaviour and his conduct has been targeted, had the windows smashed and had shit done to them. So now I'm on a live, okay? I'm on a live. People ask me, what do you think about what's going on with DHB? Now this is my first angle on the whole situation, and I've come out, like I always do, and spoke nothing but truth. He hasn't liked it. So now he's targeting me, but not targeting me the way he targets them. Okay? So he's screaming at them on social media, and he's getting their houses smashed up and shit, isn't he? Has any of that happened to me? What have I said about him, his mum, his brother, his kids, his bird? Has any of that shit, what happened to Corey, DHB and any one of them, has that happened to me? No. Why? Because he's a shithouse. That's why. So what's he done? He can't come at me with his aggression. He can't come at me with his gang shouts. Why? Because I'm more gangster than fucking him. And if I put my gangster hat on, he's fucked. So he can't do that shit with me. So what did he do? Go to the feds. What did he do? He went to the legal jurisdiction in Liverpool and lodged a complaint. And that's what you're dealing with. A fucking wronging. So instead of just keeping his mouth shut and dealing with me, because he's a gangster, you know, he's a notorious gangster from the city of Liverpool, he can get people took out like this because he's got loads of money. This is the shit that comes out of his mouth, alright? I'm still here. I'm still doing what I'm doing, and I'm still telling the truth about that rat. Do you see my windows getting smashed? What does he do to target me? He uses what he used in 2018. The allegations he's made in 2018, he's now got videos of me when I'm first on TikTok, and I'm getting targeted by them groups still. And these groups are sending girls into me live to cause murder. So when I'm going in these lives, I've got a couple of girls giving me cheek and giving me shit. So I'm giving the shit right back, like I do. Yous know me. I give it right back, put them where they are. Now he's used them videos from 4 years ago or something, clipped them so the conversation looks nasty and horrible from me, but you don't see nothing from them coming at me. Now when all these people are watching him on a live feed with an iPad saying I've always abused young girls, saying I'm this type of dirty perverted fucking man, what's he doing? He knows it's untrue. He knows the evidence he's showing you is compiled to make me look like a monster and it's untrue. He knows by raising that again, he's raising that in 2018 again. He knows he's re-establishing that mad rumour about me being a fucking wrong. He knows all this. What am I meant to do? Someone that's changed. Someone that's in a process of reforming himself. Someone that's leaving the criminal world behind, but seems to be getting dragged in by the criminal world. Him. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm just a man trying to direct the youth away from a life of crime and a life of trauma. I'm just a man that's trying to get on his feet so he can put a roof over his and his kids' fucking heads. I'm a kid who's been through an horrendous fucking life. Everything. Whether it's sexual offences towards me, whether it's all of it, I've been through it fucking all. Alright? I am what you call a survivor. I am still here, strong on my own 2 feet, and don't need to suck the energy out of any to make me become successful. I am a real survivor from historical sex crime. I am a real survivor from attempted murders on my life. I'm a real one, and I'm still here now, not angry, not possessive on no one, not hateful on no one, not deliberately targeting no one. When you hear me speaking about people, I'm reacting to people. I'm not waking up in the morning and go, right, I'm going to get on Tintin's case. That's not me. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's them that are waking up and saying, I'm getting on Darren's case today to wreck his day and make his head unwell for the day. This is what they do. Yous know my group of people, the G team, you know I'm suffering with serious PTSD that I was diagnosed with 16 weeks ago. Yous know what I'm going through. Yous know that I get triggered. Yous know I've been through a traumatic life and I've got to deal with this shit alone. The last thing I need is a fucking horrible piece of shit drug dealer coming in and destroying my process. And that's what the fucking rat is. Now he's not going to go onto his platform and go, you know what? I've told lies about Darren. He's not going to do that. Because he'll prove himself to be a fucking rat in front of everyone. So he's not going to admit that he's lied on me. I've not lied on him. Ever. Everything I say about him is 100. Everything he's saying about me is complete bullshit. So if I can't get my hands on him to prove the truth to you, if I can't grab him and have him on video begging for his fucking life, how do I prove I'm not that to the masses who I need to? I don't have to, but for the message to succeed, I cannot be classed as a fucking monster. The only way I can get the truth out of this piece of shit is by taking him to court. And that's what I've done. And it was the last resort. The only reason I've gone to that process is because Tintin and him have started a legal process against me. When they've started that legal process against me, which is a civil process, the next day I've started a criminal process against them. And I'm well within me fucking rights to do so. Why? Because I want the truth known about them allegations. I'm not a fucking monster. I'm a victim of them fucking monsters. And that's
put me in the same category as them is triggering me to fuck on a daily fucking basis, and the fucking knows it. So I've got to have my day in court with this prick. Not because I'm a snitch, because he's a lying piece of shit that needs to be exposed. And that's it. That's him in a nutshell. That's how I know him. That's how he came into my life. I didn't go into his life. He's came into my life uninvited multiple times. I'm not taking it no more. Look what he done to derail me 12 weeks ago. All of a sudden, without acknowledging me in any situation, he's running around social media saying he's had me a fight for 100 grand. Where the fuck did that come from? He's got a venue, he's got a promotion team, he's got it all set up and ready to go. I didn't have a fucking clue about it. And now he's calling me out. And now I've got loads of people calling me a shithouse because I wouldn't go to Dublin and have a fight with a drug dealer. And this is what you're dealing with. You know, look how phony he was on that situation. Just that one situation where he's calling me out and I didn't have a clue that he was calling me out. He's running around like he's this big hard kid calling strangers on me. He's been called out multiple times in the 8 years and refused to attend. But all of a sudden, here we are, in year 8, he's calling me out.